This segment stole a show here, for me at least, Putty. I don't know if you saw it. Humble Wrestling at Wrestling Humble talks about it. The Adam Cole and MJF segment was phenomenal TV. It is maybe the best Cole has looked in his AEW run so far, in my opinion. Hate every version of the championship contenders matches, but next week's bout should be good. I agree with that one, Putty. Is Adam Cole, though, is this MJF's biggest threat to his championship so far?
Every threat's your biggest threat.
Oh, good answer there.
Right? Just made that up. It's pretty good, right? Put that on a shirt. I feel like we had the same question about Daniel Bryan. And that was a banger of a promo, banger of a rivalry, banger of a match. Same thing with Adam Cole. You can't go wrong with Adam Cole. Adam Cole can make a paper bag look good. So, yeah, yes, he's the biggest threat to date.
To date.
I don't think he's going to win.
No, who do you think then MJF loses to, if that's the case?
No clue. I thought he might have lost in the pillar or four-way match to somebody. But then who else is there? Who's on MJF's level? Not to
CM Punk,
but he's on a different show. Kenny Omega when he comes back, but he's not even in the right atmosphere now with MJF. He's in a whole different world. Don't know, man. There's nobody on MJF's level who could take that belt and be the face of that show other than him.
If it's not Adam Cole, then it's just like, then who? Right? I mean, like, I know that people will complain that, you know, it's funny. They love him and they hate him, the fans with MJF. They love his promo work, and like every promo has been amazing. And then his championship defenses, his matches have been stellar.
Yeah, he pointed it out. Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah. No, he's really damn good. He backs up every time he says he's a generational talent. Now, on the contrary, the complaint is that he's not wrestling enough, right? You hear that quite a bit.
Yeah.
So I can understand if they do want to take the championship off him, or maybe it's designed actually to, like, you know, for them to cheer for these wrestlers, like, you know, like Bryan Danielson and Adam Cole, or the other three pillars that have competed here, or Jon Moxley. You know, like, you know, these are wrestlers. These are people that you know is going to defend the championship week after week after week, unlike MJF, who is waiting for his contract to run out. Kayfabe. You know, it's cool to see. I dig it because honestly, it's this MJF really gets me more and more invested week after week for AEW, and it's because he's consistent. I feel like there's not a lot of consistency throughout the roster in AEW, but like he's always the constant, and I do appreciate that. Adam Cole, baby, I think is a huge threat right now. You know, like, he's one of the best wrestlers out there.
Yeah, that's a thing. I agree with you, but I don't think he's going to win.
Why don't you think he's going to win?
I don't see him carrying that show the way MJF is. Because then Adam Cole wins. Who challenges Adam Cole, baby? Again, I don't know. Moxley again?
Moxley. If you have Kenny Omega, there's storyline right there. Jericho. You know, whoever else rises up, like Sammy Guevara. You know, there are plenty of people there that are not used week after week, but it's a big roster in AEW.
I'm curious. Do we think they'll introduce a new Collision Championship, or is MJF going to be on both brands?
Fuck no. Is this really what they're doing? They're separating brands? Is it a brand split, or is it just like, hey, like, you know, hush hush locker room split because we don't want CM Punk and the Elite interacting with each other?
It is definitely a roster split. It's going to be official. They haven't said anything yet, but I think it's implied based on the promo you're seeing. Nobody on Dynamite is in the commercials.
That Ring of Honor was supposed to be like a different roster, but you see people going back and forth on there as well.
Yeah, it's true. So like, no one knows. I don't think anybody knows. I don't think they even know.
Right. I don't necessarily see a Collision Championship. I don't see that.
I don't see it either. I was just throwing it out there, like, because you want to cross streams with certain people on both shows. So Do you just have a standalone? Like again, what happens on pay-per-views now? Is MJF going to face CM Punk on Collision one random Saturday night? So we'll see what happens. Or do we get double MJF?
Yeah, what is happening with pay-per-views going forward? Are they moving to Sundays, or is just Collision just not going to happen that particular week?
Probably Sundays then. Or Collision will be Collision. I was reading today is going to be preemptive a shit ton. So they have hockey playoffs, baseball playoffs, college sports. We talked about last week too. Like Saturday's a bad time for TV.
Apparently, it's pre-taped on Thursdays, right?
Collision.
Really?
Wow. Okay.
And or at least it's one show in the end of June. They're struggling to get tickets on Hamilton in Canada right now.
Yeah, again, you have to keep it live though. Once you go pre-taped and spoilers come out, it's just going to be like I said, SmackDown in the early 2000s. But too soon to tell, I guess. We'll find out what happens. I know the first debut show's live, which could make sense.
So I don't see really a lot of excitement around Collision, honestly. I think there's excitement about CM Punk coming back in general, which so happens to be on Collision, but the actual show itself, I don't see a lot of excitement at all.
Which is why I don't see MJF being on that show, and how can you have a champion not being on a show?
Right. I mean, they're going to have him on that show at some point.
Do you have to move? Do you move one of the mid? Do you move a mid card title like the TNT Championship over there since it's on TNT?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, that's a call right there to do. So no Adam Cole for you.
I said, don't put words in my mouth. I said he's the biggest threat to date. Yeah, I love Adam Cole. I want to see this match. He's the biggest threat to his championship. I just don't see him winning.
Do you think this is a one-off?
No.
It's a rival.
No. I don't think so.
They don't really do long-form storytelling, do they?
No. I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago, too. No, I don't. When's the last time we have a long-term rivalry in AEW that went more than 2 matches?
Right.
Very limited, especially with championships. So maybe it could be one-off. I just don't see it happening being one-off. But history says it will be a one-off, yeah.
That's a bummer. That is a bummer. I tend to agree with you on that. I don't know, man. I think there's something that thinks like I do think Adam Cole, if anyone can pull it off, I think it is him. MJF has had a decent run. You know, he doesn't need to have a Roman Reigns-esque run for it to be relevant. You know, he could always be a multi-time winning champion, and most likely he will.
When did he win it?
When did he win it?
Yeah. How long has he been champion now?
Oh, you're going to make a Google search this, aren't you? MJF, title reign. He's been champion since November 2022.
Oof. That's a nice reign.
It is.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's a paper champion here.
No.
You know, like, yeah, I'm not saying I want MJF to lose, but I think it's time for Adam Cole's time to shine here. I would love to see it.